Hi student, as I explained in my previous video, I'm going to teach you in this session uh, how to do a systematic literature survey. Per se, we won't be doing a literature review, it would be a systematic literature survey for you guys. So if later on, if you're interested, we can use NLP model and do a literature review. For your evaluation, what I need is a systematic literature survey. So in this video, I'll be taking through uh, a step-by-step procedure on how to do systematic literature review. So first thing, what we need a title, a problem statement, what I am trying to do, right? So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to understand the research themes on artificial intelligence ethics. So, artificial intelligence or machine learning ethics have become very much critical for the industry and also for the governments. With the increasing emphasis on privacy and data protection, one needs to be aware of current state of research, what is happening around artificial intelligence ethics. This would give a this would give a useful input to the policy makers to understand one the existing knowledge around artificial intelligence ethics, how they have evolved, and also to understand or to know what could be the way forward for the decision makers. So the identification of the themes around it and having a discourse around those themes would help the public policy makers to understand the various nuances or various gaps as existing in the current knowledge on artificial intelligence ethics. So, for this purpose, a systematic literature review becomes very critical because it is much more comprehensive literature review. Okay, so let me also mention here a systematic literature review, and I would also mention using NLP. So the title is very clear about the topic, what we are going to study, and the method what we are going to use it, right? So once we are ready with the title or the problem statement, what I call it, the next thing is that I need to collate set of literature for this purpose. So what I will do is, and what you are supposed to do for your assignment is that we need to download articles from Scopus. So what I do, I go for Scopus. I hope all of you know how to use the Scopus. First thing is that you need to log in. You need to log in here. See, I have logged in here. So once you log in, you can use Scopus uh, from your home also, right? So so we are in the search document dashboard. Once you log into Scopus, you get a search document dashboard. So here we need to give a set of keywords to identify to help the Scopus to generate list of articles around it. So what we are going to do is that we are going to use what I'm going to use for the topic is I'm going to use a set of keywords which could help me to generate a set of uh, literature for my study. So you can follow the same process for your topic. So choose a topic and name the title. Give a title. So once you give a title, it is going to help you out in identifying the key terms which you could use in the advanced Scopus search. Fine. So I want to look into the artificial intelligence ethics, the state of knowledge currently existing, right? So what I will do is within a quote, I put artificial intelligence, right? So what it means is that I want all the articles which is speaking about artificial intelligence. So it is considering artificial intelligence as one single word if it is within double quote. And what else is there? So in the literature, people might also be using the abbreviation that is AI, right? So I'm going to put an operative called as AI within a double quote. So if I put a search here, if I go for a search here, it's going to generate a lot of articles around artificial intelligence. It might also exclude many of the articles which are using the synonymous terminologies. For instance, they might be using machine learning ethics, right? Or ML, AI or ML, right? So to consider those terms, I will put or machine learning, and I'm also going to use ML in double quote. So so I want all the articles globally which are being published on artificial intelligence and machine learning, right? So if I give a search, I'm going to get all those articles. So to repeat again what I'm trying to do, so my topic was, so let me get back to my topic, understanding the research themes on artificial intelligence ethics, right? I need articles around artificial intelligence. So I used these kind of a terminologies. So what I will do is that I'm going to put these terminologies within parentheses. Now I need to further filter it down. I need only those AI ML papers which speak about ethics, right? It is on ethics. So I'm going to write a operative here which is called as and ethics. I will be closing it within double quote. So what I'm telling now is that I want all the articles which are mentioning artificial intelligence or machine learning or AI or ML, and it must be there along with the term ethics. So the Scopus is going to generate all the articles related to AI and ML ethics. So I hope I'm clear about it. So there is a difference between the operative or and the operative and in the and, right? So I'm also closing this one within uh, parenthesis. Okay, so let me see how many articles are there on this subject. So if I give a search, wow, I'm getting some 6,808 documents. It's a very huge document what we have. So now I'll just peruse through some of the articles and see mm whether it is speaking about it or not. If I just go to this article, see, patient rights are integral to medical ethics. So there is some ethics aspect to it. So, and you also need to understand in Scopus, you will get you will get access to full paper only if it is open access like this. Otherwise, a majority of them will be the abstract. So the literature review can also be done for abstracts. So there is no need for you to go in search of a full length paper, right? So now I think you are listening to a lot of ambient noise here, but I hope I'm communicating to you clearly. Uh, so now you can just peruse through all some of the articles, choose some articles and see whether there is a mention of ethics or not, artificial intelligence and ethics or not. So if you think that there are many articles, or if it is the search strategy, the search string at the top here, it is not generating the relevant articles, you can always go to edit and make those changes. Okay, so so what I'm trying to do is artificial intelligence ethics right? So, so here I can also add another terminology. Let me see what else could I add here. It could be, I'm going to use another operative and India. So I want all the articles on AI ethics related to India. So I'm just going to close this one within the parenthesis. So you can follow the same mode what I'm trying to do. Wow, see here, like out of 6,808 articles, what we found globally, we just have 48 documents for India, right? So it is very less, in fact. So what I will do is, like, instead of doing it for whole of the world, I'm going to change the topic here. Understand the research themes in artificial intelligence ethics in India. Research themes of India in India. Research themes of India on artificial intelligence ethics. So I'm making it much more specific to India, right? Uh, Instead, what I can do is, right? So if you're choosing all of these articles, okay, I have 48 documents here. Sometimes you might also get more number of articles for this. Let me just go back to the old thing, and I just want to do a cross check here. Let me do it for the global thing. How much we might get if you filter it down. So here, what I will do is that I can also filter it down. What I will do is I need okay, since we are going to use a natural language processing in the later stage, having just 40 documents wouldn't be sufficient enough for us, right? So I'm just going to remove India. Let me do it for global. So I got 6,808 documents here. So immediately what we need to do here is that we need to develop a Prisma. So let me tell you what is Prisma here. So if I just go to Prisma, if you type Prisma for literature review. So what it means is, I'll put what is Prisma. What is Prisma? So it means preferred reporting items for systematic reviews and meta-analysis. So this is a full form of Prisma, right? So how to do a Prisma? So now comprehensively, the Scopus is generating some 6,808 documents, right? So in the systematic literature review, one thing what you need to understand is that you need to document every step what you are doing. So now what I'm going to do in the next step is that I'm going to go for an Excel sheet. Okay, so I can share this one. This is a framework for doing a Prisma. Okay, so this is a framework for doing a Prisma. I prefer to do it on the Word document, sorry, on the Excel document. If you are comfortable with the Word, you can also choose Word document. So what I do is, so this is the search string, right? I'm just copying this one, copy, and paste it here. So if I paste it, so it is in this block, right? So what I'm doing is that I'm going to go to home and merge at center. So when I merge it, I can see all of those documents. Okay, so right, what I will do is, I'll unmerge again. I'll paste it here. Control X, paste in the cell B, and merge B, C, D columns. I merge it. So I'm writing that we used a search strategy, artificial intelligence or AI or machine learning or ML and ethics. Okay. So when was it used? You're documenting everything, remember. So when was it used? It was used on 3rd uh, 3rd April 2023. I can also put a time, but it's okay, fine. So mention the source. Source is Scopus. So now years is all I have mentioned. Like if we see in the Scopus, I wanted to comprehensive. See, for your project purpose, you can choose 5 years. Or else what I will do is that I'll choose from okay, from 2019 onwards, so that I can get an idea like what are the emerging emerging themes of AI ethics during the COVID time, for instance. Like it could give a good insight, right? So I am choosing these years, 2019, 2020, 2021. Yeah, yeah, these many years. So immediately what I do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will also consider 2023. 5 years, right? So I'm going to limit. So when I limit this one, what? Uh, okay, I get 4793 documents from 6,000 articles to it is coming down to 4,793 documents, right? So here I'm mentioning the years. Years is from which year? From 2019 to 2023. Fine. So I just need to mention it. So in the next block, you're going to mention, so it is telling that total title, abstract and keyword search is how many? How much? How many we have? 4,793. Mention 4793, right? So once I do this, I'm going to go for next filtration. So the next filter would be on Scopus on the top left side. You can see one is a year, what we have already done it. The next thing would be yeah, I'll be doing. I need only articles. I don't want any conference papers, okay, or review or book chapter. So I'll limit only to the article limit. So when I limit to article, it is further reduced to 2006-11 documents. So excluded. So I'm going to write here excluded. How many? Let me calculate. We had 4,000. 4793 4793 minus how much? 2611 2611 2182. So 2182 articles were excluded. So when I exclude 2182 articles, the exclusions included conference papers, reviews, book chapters, and all. So how much I got here? 2611, right? 2611. So let me do a calculation again. 4793 minus 2182. I'm getting 2611 articles here. So if I get a 2611 articles here, fine. That was one filtration what we did. That is excluding certain conference papers and yeah, yeah, we excluded the conference paper reviews, all those things. So we confined to the document type, that is article. So the next stage would be I need only those articles which are final. I don't want these articles in press. I'll just filter it further then. So limit. If I limit this, I get 2440. So 2611 minus, let me calculate. 2611 minus how much? 2440. 2440. It's 171 documents will be excluded. Mm. Excluded 171 articles. Okay, I just need to modify here articles in press. Articles in press, right? So the journal articles included was 2, 2440, right? So the next filtration, what I'm thinking is, so I'll be limiting only to the English, limit to English. So when I limit to English, I got 2151. So now 2440 minus, let me do the calculation, 2440 minus 2151 minus 2151. I get 289 documents were excluded. Excluded 289 articles which are non-English, like such, right? So the final number what I get is 2151. 2151. So out of 6,000 articles initially, sorry, out of 4,793 articles initially, what we got after filtration, what we got is 2,151 articles, right? So this is a Prisma. I hope you are getting clear about this. So it gives a detailed documentation of your literature survey. So you are telling that you are going to do the literature review for 2,151 documents, and please don't get scared here, okay? So you will be doing a literature review only if you wish to do so, and we'll be using an NLP algorithm for all these documents. So you need not do manually anything here, okay? Except for your report writing, you will be required to do some summarizing some 10 to 15 articles. Other than that, you won't be required to look into all these documents. So don't worry about it. And I'll be sharing this framework. In fact, you can follow the same method for your problem statement. What I mean problem statement is a title. First decide the title, what you want to work on. So here I chose artificial intelligence and ethics. This is very important for the government to understand the current understanding of or current research happening on in the ethics field, right? So I'll be doing a modeling for 2,151 documents. Fine. So what you do immediately, you can also save this one in the Scopus. I'm going to save this uh, artificial intelligence and ethics, machine learning. I'm going to save it as a, I put class. I'm going to save it. So if you go to the top right side in your profile, you can see all the saved searches over there. Everything is saved in the portal. So once it is done now, so the next thing is downloading the articles. What I want you guys to do is download the articles. Usually, what I would do is that I'll click all and I would download everything. Like if I just go to download, so see it is telling you can download a maximum of 50 documents. So I would just select this. I'll just go back. So if I'm selecting everything, I'll go for this one. So for our analysis, what is needed is click all the citation information, click all the bibliographic information, and I need this abstract and keywords. So usually I would go for bibtex. So why bibtex format is that if I download it as a bibtex, export, uh, so it is telling bibtex only for the first 2,000 documents. So okay, I will just export it. If I export as a bibtex, it automatically gets settled down in Zotero, right? So here instead of bibtex, what I want you guys to do is it should be the CSV file format. Okay, and if I just export this, so again the maximum you can download is 2,000 documents. Download that 2,000 documents for for the analysis purpose. So once you download it, once you download the CSV file, just peruse through those documents, whether it's 2000 documents or 1000 or 500. Just peruse it, don't read it, because sometimes what happens, some of the documents might be missing with the abstract. So if there is an abstract which is being missing, so you go to the Prisma, you create one more block like this, you write it excluded one article or two articles without which did not have an abstract. I hope I'm making it clear. So, anyways, so now what we did, coming from the study, what I did was I chose a topic for my case study. So, the topic was understanding the research themes on artificial intelligence ethics using a systematic literature review using NLP, right? So, for this, I wanted to collect a set of documents. And as I mentioned, systematic literature reviews are very essential for giving inputs to the governments because they are very comprehensive in nature. If you do a literature review for 10 articles, 5 articles, there is a lot of issue with respect to validation. Okay, and there could also be a lot of bias if you are using your mind or your brain to do the analysis. Here we are using NLP. Okay, if you wish to do that. So once I finalized this, I went to Scopus. I used a search strategy here. You can see the search strategy. You can imitate the same thing. Once that was done, what I did was I created a Prisma here, and everything got documented in a Prisma, right? So once this is done, right? So your major part of work is over. Okay. So next comes to your report writing. So obviously in your report writing, what is expected is I need an extended abstract. Extended abstract. Okay. So the extended abstract, what all it would contain. So my expectation is just an abstract, extended abstract. Okay. Why extended? Because it would be the word in terms of words, number of words, it will be bit larger than what you're used to. Okay. So I need a title. Fine. Then you are supposed to write an abstract. So what all it needs to cover is current, let me unbold it, current understanding. So what I'll be writing is current understanding of AI ethics. So I'll be writing around at least at least 100 words. So I want you guys to write at least 100 words when I write this. Okay. So once I write a current understanding of AI ethics, the next thing is I will bring out gaps in the current study. Gaps in the current study. So this I'll be writing again some at least 200 words. So for instance, I'll be writing a gaps such as I'll be writing a gap. There is no current, there is no, or there is a limitation. Limitation and systematically uh, identifying research themes using literature review. This is one gap. The second gap, what I would write is there are no study or there are no study, there are no systematic literature review literature review done using NLP. So these are the two gaps which I am going to mention over here. Okay. So the next thing comes. So mind here, like even in the first current understanding of AI ethics, you are supposed to write. Uh, it needs to be properly cited. Okay. So APA. Fine. So the next thing is current study is there. Oh, in fact, I just want to rectify here. At least two. It will be more actually. 250 words. So when you download those articles, okay, let me make 300 words. So when you download this, see, I downloaded some 2000 articles, right? So I don't want to do a summary of 2000 articles here. So what I will do is, I will peruse through some 15 to 20 articles, and I will write a summary as a current understanding. Okay, so I mentioned here uh, summary of articles for current understanding. I need you guys to summarize at least 20 articles. See, these are the rules what I'm setting here. 20 articles, 300 words, 200 words, all these things. Anything less than that, you might lose a marks over there. Okay, just be sure of these things. At least 20 articles you need to summarize. So after summarizing 20 articles, uh, you write up gaps in the current study. So in the gaps you are going to again cite the articles and summarize and cite showing no systematic literature being conducted and no use of NLP. So this is a gap what you are going to write it down. So the next thing comes to summarize site showing at least 5 papers. So I'll make this 15 articles and 5 papers. So once you identify the gap, so you need to write down the objective of your study. Objective of the study. And I want you guys to make this as your subsections of your abstract. These are the subsections of your abstract. Mention the objective of the study. So here what I'm going to do mention for my study is object of the study to generate research themes on AI ethics using systematic literature review. Right? And I'll come back. I just need to make a little bit modification in the current understanding. I'll come to that. So generate And systematic literature review short form, I'm going to put SLR. So another objective is SLR using NLP. Okay, and you need not write any method and all in this section. What you're going to follow. Method can be, I'm going to put a method. Method as system. You can write the same thing. Method is systematic literature review, right? In systematic literature review, what you will do is that you will explain the literature survey. That means survey. So what does it mean? Here is what I am going to do here is I am going to explain. I'm going to explain how I identified the literature, identified the relevant literature. So what I will do is I'll go to the Excel sheet. If I go to the Excel sheet for this section, for the method section, so I'll come to this Excel sheet. I'll just go to view, I'll remove the grid lines. I will just select this. I'll go to home. Sorry, what I will do is copy as picture as shown when printed, I think so. I'll go to the next page now. In the method section, I'm going to, it's not coming completely. As shown on screen, copy as picture as shown on screen. I do this, yeah. See how I pasted this Prisma. So in the method section, explain the Prisma. Okay. So you're going to explain how you're going to explain here in the method section how did you derive this 2151 articles. So you're going to mention that you will be doing a systematic literature review for 2151 articles. How did I derive this 2151 articles? So you're going to explain that you went to the Scopus, you used different advanced searches using these terminologies. I'm going to write these things. The date you're going to mention, source, your source, year, everything. You're technically explaining the Prisma here. Just keep in mind. So you're going to explain each and everything. So for the search, advanced search, what you gave, the Scopus generated 4,793 articles. Out of that, we excluded 2,182 articles. We're going to write it down, all these things, descriptively. Okay. And journal articles included 2611, excluded articles in press, excluded non-English articles. Then you found out 2,151 articles. And refer, put a table, name table 1. So what is it called as? Prisma, right? So Prisma, what is it? Preferred reporting items for preferred, what is it? Preferred reporting items for reporting items for systematic review and meta-analysis. So the major part of your work is explaining this Prisma. Okay, this should not be less than 150 words. Fine. So this is what you're going to do it. So first thing is that, so what should your report contain? The report should contain an extended abstract. So the extended abstract will include the title. Okay. See, every section is going to carry marks. A good title is, you are going to get a good score. Title. Next thing is that the subsection is write the current understanding of AI ethics, at least 300 words. Summary of articles for current understanding, at least 15 articles needs to be cited. APA style, right? And next, mention the gaps. For the gaps, you can directly, you need to summarize at least 5 papers and show a number of no use, okay, systematic literature review. So you're going to mention that they have not conducted any systematic literature review and no use of NLP. So there is no or limitation in systematically identifying the research themes using literature review. These are the gaps. You can directly mention these gaps. So at least 5 papers. If you cite more, you can cover this 200 words. Just keep that in mind. Okay. And okay, I'll just reduce these words for these 100 words. Fine. So these are the gaps. Fine. Next is write the objective. So this is the objective what I have written. You can use the same objective for your study. Fine. And the method section. In the method section, section should not be less than 50 words, and you are supposed to basically explain the Prisma here. So in the method section, you're going to tell how you obtained, in this case, how I obtained 2151 articles. I'm going to write here like, for the systematic literature review, the study identified 2151 articles using the search strategy, artificial intelligence or AI or machine learning or ML and ethics on 3rd April 2023. The source of the document was Scopus, and years it covered were 2019 to 2023. So for the defined search strategy, we initially derived 4,793 articles. We excluded the conference papers, review papers, book chapters, and editorials. We got 2,611. This is how we are going to explain each and every step here. Okay. So this much you are supposed to do for your study. Fine. I hope I am clear here. Okay. So if you find any difficulty in doing things, please let me know. Please write a mail to me, or you can just come and meet me in my cabin. I'm going to explain to you how to do it. So the main technical part which you are supposed to do is doing a Prisma and explaining the Prisma. And what is the submissions? Submissions, one is the report, what I explained to you above. And second thing is that the CSV file containing the literature. Both need to be uploaded. Report should be in the Word document, in the format of Word document. Fine. So I will let you know the when is the deadline for submission. I hope this is clear. So these two things you need to submit: the report and the CSV file containing the literature. If I had mentioned 2151 articles, the CSV file should contain 2151 articles. Just keep that in mind, otherwise you'll be losing marks. Okay, fine. I hope I'm clear about this. So this is about your project, what you're supposed to do. So this would carry marks, 50 marks. This is 50. So then you can understand how much important this is. And if your score is good, and if you've done a quality work, and if you are interested, we are going to use this, for instance, this 2151 articles, and use NLP on these articles. Okay, yeah. So that is it, guys. So I hope this video would be useful for you to complete your project. Thank you.